Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, UFC and ESPN MMA analyst Laura Sanko joined the Submission Radio podcast to give her take on how Alexander Volkanovski can beat Islam Makhachev.
What do you think is his best path to victory there, if he does have to somewhat box for that period?
Yeah, I don't know that he has to fight the perfect fight. I think that's a little bit of a stretch because I can see Alex winning rounds. I really can. As long as he can be really shifty laterally and frustrate the attempts of Islam to get in on his hips or get in on his body, he's gonna be able to point fight from what for him is the outside. And while you say he might have to box, I mean, leg kicking and body kicking not necessarily advisable against Islam, but calf kicking, I mean, that's certainly on the table because difficult to turn them into a takedown. And we all know that he has a phenomenal calf kick. So I think there are opportunities to still use that part of his arsenal in this fight. I'm just excited for it. I think I'm genuinely jazzed.
Sean Strickland shared some recent sparring footage to Instagram where he takes on Habakkuk Baldonado, a 260-pound NFL star. Here's the footage. Big John and Josh from the Weighing In podcast give their take on Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler going down later this year at 170.
Oh, it is 170.
I'm letting you.
It's at 170.
Absolutely. Conor's not getting down to 155.
And Michael will chase the money. He's a dog like that. He'll chase the money. Doesn't matter where it goes. He'll chase it.
Yep.
You never know, man. You never know. Maybe Michael will be better at 170. You know, the weight, he cuts a lot of weight. He cuts a lot of weight. I mean, I've seen.
But he does it well.
Yeah, he does.
But he does it well.
His whole life. Yep. Conor at 170, and we had a chance to catch up with Dustin Poirier, and he thought Conor would probably be able to take him because Chandler's very hittable, which is very correct. Chandler is hittable, and Chandler also likes to get into a dogfight. But at a point though with Chandler, now everyone knows that I've said he's the dumbest fight IQ fighter in the world. But for this one fight, you think he'll get it together?
No. I would love to think so. Michael has that, for whatever reason, in his mind. It's more important to be exciting than it is to win.
Joe Rogan had a message for Francis Ngannou in a recent podcast. Joe hopes that Ngannou may decide to return to the UFC to face the winner of John Jones versus Cyril Gane. The perfect world is Ngannou goes over, has some big money heavyweight boxing fight, Jones and Cyril Gane have a fight, John wins, Cyril wins, whoever wins is the UFC champ, and then Francis comes back. He can totally come back. Francis, if you're listening, sir, please don't sign an exclusive contract. Who knows if someone comes along and offers him a ton of money? Look, I mean, if someone says, hey, I'll give you $100 million, whatever you say. Okay, what do I have to do? Fight Jake Paul? If they're going to give him big money, I think they're trying to do a Tyson Fury fight. Francis Ngannou could knock out any human being on earth, but good luck hitting Tyson Fury on the chin. Jorge Masvidal announces that Anthony Pettis will face off against Roy Jones Jr. in a boxing match under his promotion.
It's crazy what this guy's done in his career of MMA. Great striker. He agreed to fight the walking, living legend, the pound-for-pound king, one of the best fighters, athletes I've ever seen in combat sports, period. Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis. What? What? That's right. Versus
Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis in a boxing match?
That's what I do in my free time, Ariel, is I put my money where my mouth is. This Jake Paul be talking about he pays fighters. Shut up. When everybody sees what the card bill is, the whole card from top to bottom, I pay fighters. Me and my promotions pay fighters, my brothers and sisters, so they can go earn a paycheck, kick ass, and do what they do, all right?
So
All this other shit is and talk and this and that. It's Jake Paul and all these other boxing promoters talking about they put money in MMA fighters' pockets or box out of here. I'm putting the money in my brothers and sisters' pockets so they go out there and give the violence that we all need to see, you know? So make sure you tune in April 1st, because it's gonna be nothing but blood, violence, technique, all that good stuff that we like to see in combat April 1st.
Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski go back and forth. In an interview posted yesterday on ESPN with Daniel Cormier, Makhachev puts Volk's teammate Israel Adesanya on blast by saying he made a mistake by trying to move up in weight. After calling out Volkanovski for not learning from his teammate's mistake, the two have a back and forth on who will stand and trade and what the real game plan is. Here's the clip.
I don't make mistake. Of course, brother, this make a mistake for him. Because his teammate Adesanya jumped to the other way, show him bad example, but he don't listen.
I don't make mistake. But there is a massive amount of expectation for you to not only win, but dominate. And they're expecting you to dominate one of the greatest fighters in the world. There's a lot of pressure to it. A lot of pressure there.
Nothing pressure. All guys come to my division and I just want to, show people my level. Somebody says it's gonna be hard, easy, but everybody knows that my level, because all my last five or six fights, I show good performance and I finish all my opponents. That's why I'm gonna look for the finish always. And my goal, I want to knock you out.
You sit there and you say, we're not being so excited for the stand-up. We all know that he's going to want to shoot. He's going to, do all that type of stuff. But he might be comfortable because he thinks I'm going to be easy to take down. I'm going to hold him down and all that. So I think he might be a little bit comfortable at the start. But what about if he doesn't? What if he can't hold me down? What if I bounce straight back up or I stop or I frame or footwork's too much? He can't grab a hold. That's when you're going to really see him start to panic. Before that, you might think it's smooth sailing till things don't go to plan. I don't know. We can talk what we want. Again, for me, I know what to expect. Again, I watched Islam. I watch all these fights. I know he's a great fighter. The last fight with Charles Oliveira, I expected him to win. So I'm expecting the same Islam that's always been there. So I've been preparing for a guy that I know what he's capable of.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.